YouTube, it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker. We are sitting at my desk. Wanted to show you the two jewelry jars that I received. I believe one is mostly earrings and one is pins and brooches. They were each $14.99 and then they were half price, so essentially $15 for both. I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos and other people's videos of how much and how crazy the prices are getting on jewelry jars, and I want to fall over. It's crazy. I've heard up to $85 for a bag of jewelry, and that's just craziness. Very glad that mine are usually between rarely $9.99, usually $14.99 if the vases are a little bit bigger, then up to $19.99. I have never in my area seen any more than $19.99. So you know what? Let's jump right in and I will give you close-up view. I'm just going to cut the plastic out and we're going to go straight through each one. So let's dive right in. Okay, so what I did is I just cut the top off of this one. As you can see, something's stuck on there already. There, let's take that off. First pair is a clip-on. They're purple. Aren't they pretty though? I'm just going to take out like a little handful at a time. We have some shell ones. They're a little bit tarnished. These are pretty. These are very 80s. I don't know. I think they're black or either navy blue. Sometimes it's hard to tell. These are adorable. I don't wear that much gold anymore. I have my gold rings, but I have silver and I wear a lot of silver earrings. But aren't those adorable? Those are very cute. These are screw-on ones. Not really pearl shaped, but have that pearl essence color. As you can tell, those are older. This one is a single and probably is at the bottom, so I will set that one aside. Here's another single one, and that one's probably laying at the bottom. Yeah, if I find single ones, I set them aside, and then hopefully I'll find their mate. These are clip-ons. These are not really as tarnished as the other shell-type ones. These are really heavy, though. These are pretty tarnished, but they're hoops. These are regular earrings. These are not clip-on. Kind of pearl with just basic. And then, ooh, these are pretty. They almost look like a snake skin or something. That's interesting. And green. Focus, please. Focus, please. You gonna focus? There you go. Had one similar in my last one as far as these being with the thread. So that's interesting. Have itty bitty dolphins. See, if I have real small ones, I will group them with another one on a card and just put two on it and sell them. Two for $3.99. All of my earrings are $3.99 in my booth, and you can see how that can add up very quickly, so it's not a problem. It's not too low, and they always sell at a pretty good pace. These are almost like a maple leaf kind of looking ones. These are pierced. These are S. Those are kind of cool. Aren't they pretty? These are just basic hoops in black. You can see me in the back. Hi. Okay, let's take out another handful. Let's see. Oh, this is actually a pin. Or, yeah, a pin. Golf clubs. Yep. These are like a fish hook with a cross in silver. These are like a gray circle. These are a little bit beat up looking. These are old too. These are screw-on ones. These look like flowers. These are pierced. These are very basic. They are also pierced. Kind of these interesting shell hoop kind of deal. Now these are kind of odd. They're different. You got lips and a diamond ring and a ruby and looks like a flower. So not sure what that's about. These, they always look like door knockers to me. That's very basic. But, you know, a lot of people do like just really basic. They don't really like nangly ones. They don't like big ones. So that's why it's so neat to get a jar, because you can find all kinds of stuff that appeal to pretty much everybody's taste. These are pretty on fish hooks. These are clip-on. You know, if you get clip-ons and you have a booth, don't shy away from them. Think, nobody wears these anymore. People do, and I do regularly sell them. They don't sell as fast as regular earrings. These are also screw-on ones that are shells. They don't sell as fast, but when I do sell them, somebody will buy 5 to 8 pairs at a time because they can't find them anywhere. So when they do find them, they collect up all the ones they want. These are kind of cool, kind of green. We got a pin that's an N. Itty bitty little flowers. I think this is a cross pin. And a totally blank card. Just got something. Yeah. I don't know. These interesting. They got little pieces of shell and different beads. A little tangled. This is pretty tarnished. Looks like a religious medallion. I think so. Yes. Here's another single. So put that one aside. Yeah, usually when I get to the bottom, there's a few little stray ones laying at the bottom. So this has a little bit of a combination. The other one seems to be more pins. This one does have pins in it, though. Here's a bird. There's some very spiky iridescent earrings. Here is a fish pin. Ooh, this one's heavy. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Like a big amethyst almost. I don't think it has any. Yeah, it's nothing crazy special, but let's see. Oh, I think this is one of my single ones here. Yep. So I'll set that one aside. These are screw-on ones, but they're like in a green and then a different shades of green. It's kind of pretty, actually. So I'll set that one aside. There's a spare back. I'll set that one aside. Here's a little heart with glitter. Oh, look, Kim, it's a stick pin. I don't think she'd wear it, but it is letter K from my sister. These are clip-ons. Aren't they pretty? They're almost like a ruby color. Very, very pretty. Somebody must have been a golfer. There's a golf bag pin. Okay, let's pull some more out of the bag, or out of the vase. Ooh, that one's kind of scary looking. Pin. This one's very pretty. This one almost looks like a 1928 one. It's got that style to it. Another stick pin with, looks like AEM. What is that? I don't know. Is it somebody panning for gold? I don't know. Avon. Might look at that one on eBay. Maybe some Avon representatives might be interested in that. Here's a little ring around the rosy kind of pin, it looks like. This one says softball. And a dinosaur. This back is kind of yucky. So if I do ever get rid of, like, you know, one that's kind of gross looking, I might take the back off. But that's a dinosaur. That's a stegosaurus, if I'm not mistaken. We'll dump out the rest of this one, so it's empty. Oh, is this another one panning for gold? Is that what that looks like to you, or am I crazy? I know I'm crazy, but okay. Here's the other one. So I'll put that with my strays. This one came off whatever it was. What does it say? It says volunteers give from the heart. Here's a real pretty circle pin. These are nice to put on, and then you can hang your sunglasses from them. I've said that before. This is just kind of a pretty gold swirl looking one. Pin. Here's a stick pin with a duck or a goose or whatever you want to call that. Baseball. This one kind of looks like it's coming apart. I don't know. It kind of looks like Lucille Ball, but no, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. What do I know? That's a brooch. Well, that's kind of pretty with a little heart floating in there. A pin. Here is silver with a heart. Not sure what the silver ribbon means. There's so many different ones now. Oops, here's looks like one of my ones I'm missing, but the back is bent. So this is the one of the... There, you kind of bend it back, and if it doesn't break off, hey, you're doing good. So I'll put that aside. That's probably this earring back I found too. Here's a horse stick pin. Very pretty. This one is like a little angel. A rose. Or a flower of some sort. Yep. More feet. I got some of these in the last one I had. How about a kitty? I've sold these before. This one's very pretty. Doesn't look like it's missing any stones. It's a maple leaf. Here's the real basic gold tone one. Ooh, this one's heavy. That one's very heavy. See, sometimes unless you put something that heavy on a coat, if you put that on a shirt, your shirt's going to be sliding over one shoulder there all day. Here's another feather. I've been finding a lot of feathers. Here's an apple stick pin. Here's a heart with a little pearl. That's cute. This looks like a piece of that one that I said looked like it was falling apart. This one says Bobcat. That one actually looks like Scouts, a scout pin. So I'll do my research on that one. This one is missing, so I will set that in my missing pile. Hopefully that'll turn up. Looks like a Goodyear one. Or what's some god of something. Fast running, I don't know. I don't know, does that look like an E to you? Maybe an E or an I? I don't know, but that's a pin. Here's another basic gold circle. I love Kansas. Never been to Kansas, but there it is. This one's pretty. I like these basic ones that kind of look older with the pearls. And the last one in this jar is a little angel playing something. And the dogs are barking. So let me pause. I'll get the top cut off the next jar and we'll jump into that one. Okay, so I got the top off of this one. And I got a whole bunch of stuff stuck to it. Here looks like a tie bar. Tie bar, tie clip. It's pretty corroded there. Looks like a bunny in an Easter basket. Ooh, that one's pretty. Look at that one. That's very pretty. Look at well, if I can get this tape off of it. Look at the detail on that one. That's very pretty. Might do a little research on that one. This also looks like it has some kind of pieces, parts stuck to that. I don't know what that came off of. It probably came off of this. It's an arrow pin. Here, let's take some of these out here. Goodness. There we go. Okay. Now, we got this one. Looks older. It's kind of a square. These are actually cufflinks. Very nice looking. This one, that's pretty, but this is like stuck on there from something else. But isn't that pretty? It almost looks like a abstract kind of butterfly. Here's an S. Wonder if these came from the same people as the last jar. Here's a stick pin with a pearl. Please ignore the dogs. I think it's about time for the mailman today. I love golf. Yeah, it probably is from the same people as the last one. Here's just a basic kind of flower pin. Ooh, this one's pretty. I like that one. It's supposed to look like an angel, I guess. This is a wooden one with a flower. That's interesting. It's like a pin. I don't know. I would end up stabbing myself with that one. Here's Australia, another place I've never been. I know I do have some viewers and some subscribers in Australia. There's an angel pin. There's this pretty brooch. This looks like a, what do you call them? A Shriner? It looks like a Shriner hat, maybe? Yeah. Add your voice. Kent.edu. That's Kent State University. That's over on the edge of Pennsylvania. I actually know someone who's a professor there. Here's another angel pin. More footprints. I'm going to be able to make a whole line of footprints. I have no idea what this is. Very interesting. And we even got a sheep. Why not? Okay, let's dump some more out. Okay. That's an ice skate. That one's kind of cool. You can put that one on eBay, maybe. Another feather with a pearl. United States flag. A butterfly. Some kind of musical instrument. Another bow with like a little ruby type stone and a dangling heart. Oh, there's a little kitty. How cute. And there's a leaf. Looks like another tie clip or bar. And then another one. Letter M. We're covering a lot of the alphabet today, aren't we? Oh, look at this one with the itty bitty locket. Isn't that sweet? That's very cute. This is an older one too. Isn't that cute? That's very pretty. I'm glad a lot of these aren't missing. This one says 40-year chapter. I don't know. FHC? Oh, it's got a moose head. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of lodge or something. You guys know what that is? I don't know. A bear. Okay, let's dump some more. There's still a lot in here. Okay. Ooh, this is pretty. A giraffe with blue eyes. That's pretty. I'll have a rose. Here's auto racing, America's action sport. That's a pin. I guess it could be a tie clip. I don't know. When you have a really nice silk tie, I don't think you want to put a hole in it. I have a United States flag. A USA star. That's kind of pretty. Looks like a sunflower and some other flowers with a little dangly. Here's a basic circle with a pearl. Some sunglasses. Who don't need those? This almost looks like a shell. And you can see lots of me. Hi. That's pretty cool. Very shiny. Not tarnished at all. There's an angel pin. And diversity. Don't know what that is. Might be a company of some sort. Okay, now we have an angel golfing. A very tarnished USA pin. I've gotten these before. I think I had 2 or 3 on the last one. Washington, D.C. Now, I have been there. I've been there more than once. Ooh, a scary clown playing something. This is a little, like a clip-on. It looks like a letter C, maybe? Oh, and it's got a little jewel on it. Another stick pin. Looks like a little starfish. Holland, never been there. But that's a very pretty enameled pin. U.S. flag, just a basic one. Here's a little locket. Got some flowers on it. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a little, I don't know. Could you imagine putting a picture that small? You'd be like, who in the world is that? Another blank one. Something must have fell off of there. This is a moose with wings. Now, yeah. Okay, I don't even know what to say about that one. Okay, let's dump the last probably 12 to 15. There we go. It's empty. We have a wooden kitty cat. An angel pin. Looks like another Shriner one. We have a red dress, which is for, I believe, heart health in women. A letter M with a key and a heart. That's cute. I don't know what that is. It's a round thing with yeah, sticky beads. Yeah. That's cute. A little flower pot, pin. What does this one say? River Cruise Tour to the Côte d'Azur. Never been on a cruise either. Yeah, I know. I've been on a boat before, but never been on a cruise. Metro Health Medical Center. Yes, we have, that is one of the best trauma hospitals, and it's probably 20 minutes from my house, so hope I never need it, but it's nice to know it's there, and I know people who have been treated there, and it's an awesome place. We also have the Cleveland Clinic, downtown Cleveland, plus everywhere else, as a matter of fact. This looks like a little pendant. That's a shell. Very cute. I'll have to look at this one, see if it happens to be silver. I don't see any markings, but I'll get out my jeweler's loop on that one. Partners in Education. Kind of a, I don't know, it's almost a rose gold color. A bird in a heart. This is pretty. Little flowers. All the jewels seem to be there. Morocco. Guess what? Never been there either. I don't know. I'm thinking I should put all these pins that are in different places and just sell them as a travel pin lot. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Because here's one that says Republican President 34 2004 Task Force. Okay. And this probably has something to do with golf, or maybe it's a country, you know. I just guess I'm not that good at it. But that's a pin. This is pretty. Still on the original card, made in USA, and it is a scarf pin. If you don't know how to use a scarf pin, you should look it up on YouTube. Those used to be very popular when scarves were popular. Now they're back again. Here's a stick pin that is a dove. There's a little metal bow. That's kind of cute. A pearl inside like an oval filigree. And then is this a couple necklaces just kind of laying at the bottom. Looks like a piece of shell or a piece of pottery or something even. That's interesting. But it's on a chain that is, yeah. Don't you just love this? It's kind of tangled, but it doesn't look too tangled. I will try my best. There we go. Okay, got that one untangled. But that almost looks like a piece of pottery or something that's painted gold on one side. Like you broke something that meant it was important to you, so you made a necklace out of it. I don't know. That's interesting. I kind of like that. And then there appears to be two more. And yes, of course, they're tangled. Well, I'm not going to bore you to death with this, but Another thing you can do is if you get a big tangle, is if you get one that's, you know, like this, you can unpin it. And that a lot of times will help detangle it a bit. Maybe. See what a great idea that was? It's still pretty tangled. So, yeah. Well, here's another one, so I'll undo that one. So that usually helps a little. This one chain seems to be quite tiny. I see little itty bitty chains. Oh, this is just a little extender. I see people that have such tiny little chains, and I'm like, I would break that in a heartbeat. I'm rough on jewelry. There we go. So this one, that's kind of pretty. And I bet you, yeah, this is probably maybe an extender to that one. Because this one already has an extender. This one has a little flip-flop. Isn't that cute? On like a little serpentine chain. And this one has an extender. So I think the extender goes to this one. And then the last one is a cross with a chain. So yeah, that's all I got today. I got 2 jewelry jars. Let me know what you like better. Do you like the actual opening of the jars, or do you like when I have it all ready to go? Like I would have these all bagged up and priced and ready to go out to my booth. So yeah, let me know. What do you think? Which way do you like better? I know a lot of people do it straight out of the jar. I don't know of anybody else who just says, here, I already have it priced and ready for display. So yeah, leave a comment. Let me know which way you like better. You know, it just depends what's easiest for me at the time. So please give this video on jarring a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You can click the bell and get notifications of when I put up new content. You can also see lots of other hauls, thrift store hauls, garage sale hauls, auction hauls, booth tours for my antique booth. If you're new, I have an antique booth where most of this items will go. And you can also follow me on Instagram and also Twitter under The Pudgy Picker. I seem to be possibly having an issue with my Pinterest. Somebody said that I have 2 different boards, so keep trying to find me on Pinterest under Pudgy Picker. I'll try to figure out if I have an older account, but somebody said they dug around and found it. I have a lot of good ideas on there, things that I am using to make things for my booth, and to give me ideas for projects for the future, also for my booth. So again, thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next time, and until then, happy picking. Bye!